Hey everybody, been working on my 537 Enterprise refit for a little while over on HobbyLink International, and I thought, seeing as I've got this one here, I'd do a kind of unboxing and or overview if you like. I bought this kit specifically for the decals. The version of the refit I'm building is, well, it's more or less the same model, but it's the one that came in the Star Trek V The Final Frontier box. So this particular model came out just after the motion picture. I think it must have been, what, 79 it first came out, maybe? Someone will tell me exactly when it came out, and it's been more or less unchanged since. The major difference is the original edition is known as the Smoothie, and every iteration since, from the Wrath of Khan onwards, has had the god-awful brickwork, it tends to get called, that pattern cut into it to look like the Aztec. So it's come out as the motion picture version, and then films 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and there was also a special light and sound edition that I think came out either just before the Undiscovered Country version or just after. So that's the box the new version comes in. This was re-released in I think it was 2017. It's a very nice piece of artwork on the box. You can see it's actually a photograph of a painted model touched up a bit, and you can kind of see the brickwork there, and you can see that it's been slightly dodgily painted on the nacelles, etc., and they've simulated the lighting effects, as it says. So there's the box. It comes in all the usual baggies and stuff. First of all, I'll go over the decal sheet, because this is the only reason I bought this kit. I wanted some decals for the model I'm working on, and getting different decals from different places was proving to either be expensive or counterintuitive because they weren't great quality. And this kit was going on eBay for like the best offer, and I got it for 35 quid, which turned out nearly half the price of getting something similar to this from the good old US of A. So here we've got the Strongback and registry things, and you'll notice the Strongbacks are very much in the blue colour scheme from the Enterprise A, and that there are the decals for the Enterprise A, but the actual model kit is just listed as the 1701, the standard refit from Motion Picture, Wrath of Khan and Search for Spock. But these are really, really nice, really well made, superbly printed. The round 2 decals for the past few years have been absolutely stellar. So that's those, and that's basically, I spent 35 quid on this sheet of decals and got a free model kit. That's the way I'm looking at it. So I'll put those to one side. Main differences between this version of the kit and any other is that it now incorporates the current, well, I say current's been around for a while, the Polar Lights dome base, which I like these. I use them on most of the builds that come with them. And there's that, and in order to use that in the model, there's a small piece somewhere that fits in the main hull. I don't really want to take all this out of the packaging just yet. Where is it? There's the crazy oversized shuttlecraft, bridge, the neck, impulse engine, the terrifyingly awful photon torpedo launcher. Nope. Warp nacelles. There it is. Can you see it there? That piece. That's the new piece that fits in where the old stand slotted in, and it has the hole for the new style place. Also note the pylons have the cutouts that I think were introduced in the light and sound version of the kit for you to run your wires down. But other than that, it's exactly the same model that's been around for longer than I've been on this planet. Only by a year, but still. And it's got that terrible brickwork pattern. Yep, you can see it there. Shocking stuff. I mean, it's bad, but I guess you could make it look good somehow. There's a little bit of discussion on the forum, the post for my own build, asking what people might do if they didn't want to paint it or fill it in and just leave it as was. And I've seen a couple of examples. The problem is when you start covering this in Aztec decals or go the whole hog and use masks, you can still see the pattern underneath your Aztecs, and it just doesn't look great. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with this. I could just build it straight out of the box and do an example of one as it should be, I guess, with no bells and no whistles or anything. Or I might kit bash it or do something with it. but I essentially got this for free when I bought that set of decals over there. But my version, I'll just grab the saucer. This is looking a little bit different. So the main thing you can see there is the pattern. I spent a decent amount of time filling in that pattern and sanding it down and sanding it down and sanding it down. It still needs a little bit of TLC, but by the time it's had another primer coat and then the actual paint on it, I think most of what's left of the grids will just disappear. I'm currently working on installing, that's the clear impulse engine from Late Monster Models. It's the re-release of the Don's Light Magic parts. Working on that, which doesn't look so pretty from that side, but doesn't need to. Also, there's the RCS thruster pieces in there. They were fantastic. Really pleased with how those turned out. It was quite easy to do it on the top part of the saucer. The bottom section of the saucer, it was a little bit more awkward because you've still got the actual sides. I had to sort of cut away, and because of the angle of the ship, you have to cut part of the resin away. I'm also working on installing the windows, which is not the easiest thing to do because they don't fit perfectly and none of the slots are the same sizes. It's exactly the same if you use the plastic parts from the original kit. The great thing about these clear parts is I can just mask them rather than having to fill them in, and also the windows are all in the correct place. Plus the Lake Monster kit came with the parts for the missing windows, which is whatever that section's called, with the 8 circular windows, and that one that's widely regarded as the rec deck or recreation deck. And there's the expanded cutout for the impulse. Again, filled in for ages and sanded and sand, lovely. But yeah, that's that. So this is now going to become part of the 55th anniversary build group that's going on. God knows how long this is going to take me, because we're still at the stage where I'm just like putting it together, barely. I've got loads to do just to finish this before I even think about priming the inside, light blocking, getting LEDs in, although I have just started fiddling with LEDs in the nacelle parts, which I posted up on the forum earlier today. As for this, I don't know what to do with it. Maybe I'll give it away. Maybe I'll just glue it together in one afternoon and show you what it looks like. Maybe I'll do something else. I know there's a whole bunch of quite old now resin upgrade kits where you can turn this into a Dreadnought version, or there's some different versions for different shaped nacelles. Ascension class, build up class, maybe something else. There's various bits you can get from Federation models. There's even a replacement part for the entire saucer, so you can have it half destroyed like it was in the Search for Spock. That'd be great, but that's quite expensive just for a single piece. It's something like 80 quid over here in the UK, which is, you know, twice the price of this kit just to have a blown up version of this ship. We'll see. Answers on the back of the postcard. But yeah, it was just a quick little thing. I've got it here. I'm working on this. So this is kind of like video 1 for the 55th anniversary group build, if you like, even though I've been working on this since whenever it was, February? Maybe January I started? I can't remember now. I'd have to go back and look. So yeah, slowly but surely I'll add more to videos, and when I get to the stage and I'm actually doing lighting and painting, I'll start documenting a bit better. But whilst I'm just building and sanding, it's not a very fun thing to do on camera. Frisbee. Cool, so that's that. So if anyone's looking for a decent set of decals for their 5/7 scale refit, I highly recommend buying these decals because you get a free model with it. Yeah, cool. See you out there.